little read through my bits and pieces. My Mounjaro prescription has arrived and I am absolutely bricking it. I just went on to, I'm using SheMed. I've just gone on to their website. I'm talking kind of quietly because honestly I'm a little bit embarrassed about it. I'm a little, is it gonna work? I don't want anybody to know. So I just went to have a little look on the app, and it's actually been a really thorough process. I've been quite impressed by it. There's a blood test, obviously you do the questions, etc. And then there's a blood test, which I found really interesting. I was really actually quite scared about my blood test in case it like flagged up something terrible. But it didn't actually. Cholesterol's high. Well, not high. It is just over what it should be, so that was interesting to note. It's probably because I don't have the best lifestyle, so to speak, as far as eating goes. Anyway, that's all by the by. So I was just reading through. They give you the option to, send your information to your GP, which I ticked yes to. So what I've actually just been reading, this feels very strange, what I had actually just been reading was the sort of report of sorts that they'd sent to my GP, which, it wasn't terrible. It was just kind of to inform them that this was a thing that was happening. So yes, and then I'd had a little look at the dates. I think when I'd initially done my blood test, which was it was painless, I'm not gonna lie, so great. Anyway, it was maybe last week, Monday or something to that effect. And then you get to track everything on your app to see sort of where it is and how it's going. And I got my blood test results maybe 3 or 4 days ago. Lies. Yeah, maybe 5 days ago. And then I've just had a little look, and it said that my medication should be arriving tomorrow, but actually the post has just been and it's arrived today. I'm actually too scared to even open it because I know that I'm just worried about side effects, etc. But SheMed seemed to be the best option. When I've looked at bits and pieces, the cost seems to stay stationary, regardless of the dosage. So I'll just have to see. I'm really scared. I'm actually sitting here. I've told myself I have to start hydrating, so I'm sitting here drinking. This is my daughter's, and I have stolen it because I quite like it. It's good. Anyway, so I'm just hanging about in the garden, hiding from the package. Sitting, waiting to be opened. I don't know when I'm going to start, but I'm going to have to start at some point, so I'll keep you updated. I am extremely overweight, and it didn't really used to bother me, but now I'm just finding, I've put on an extra few pounds maybe over the past, let's call it 5 or even 6 pounds, and I am actually feeling it over the past maybe 3 or 4 months, and everything hurts suddenly. I'm perimenopausal, of course, and I just think that, it's time for a thing to happen. So yes, let's see how this goes. Hopefully this is not too long a video. I'm not good at editing or any other things. What you see is what you get. I am literally holding my phone with my hand in the garden with this. Yes, hoping